Meow, 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 meow.
Wow.
Meow,
Meow, meow, meow, meow, meow, meow.
meow,
Wow.
meow.
Hi, guys. Thank you for showing up on Crafted. And this week, we have special guests Rico and James, the Fish Room Fever.
Am I on this week? Oh, wow.
You guys are on this week.
Wow.
And you guys are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? Real quick,
what?
I got to tell you, all week long, I look forward to seeing Nico and doing the meow, meow, meow thing before the live stream, or as the live stream starts. I look forward to it all week long.
Well, I tried to get him, and he's downstairs, I think, sleeping in the fish room.
Oh,
He'll be up.
I left the fish room door open, and the cats went in there because they like it real nice and hot and toasty.
Yeah. We'll see him. He'll come up. He can't stand to be away from you that long.
Yeah, we'll see. But the problem is there's two doors between us shut right now.
Oh, okay.
Because my dad's watching hockey in the next room, and we can't have we don't want you to hear him cheering or screaming. He's not very happy because the score is 0-4. If it was 4-0, he'd be happy. But hi, guys.
hi.
Thank you for showing up. And let me get my chat. Is anybody out there chatting?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
yes, they are. I'm going to say hellos while you pull your chat up. Excuse me, from the participants list. Hello, 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 and welcome to 3G Alice B, Amanda Baker, Aquaria Life, by Pravani, Carlos Diaz, Daniel Velez, Dennis Christensen, Greg T, Hillbilly Aquatic, Jenny Lynn, Joseph Stanley, Killer Kitty 08, SC Catahulu, Scruffy City Aquatics, Still Slinga. There we go. Got it. Tampa Tom Fishing, Texas Fish Room, The Zen Ginger, Tim's Fish Room, Tom Patterson, Travis Myers, and all of you that are not showing active, but you're lurking and loving life. We appreciate each and every one of you being here. Now over to these fine gentlemen.
Awesome. Wow, that was amazing. Oh my gosh, I got 2 subs in the last stream. I'm officially at 1,800 people. Or subs.
Congratulations.
Nice. You do have a question about
Oh,
Sculpey.
That's really good because I'm trying to make it so if trolls come, they have to sub to me.
There you go. Make them pay for entry. So the
do.
Zen Ginger says, Chattanooga Ed, Sculpey question. Does Sculpey
Yes.
need to be a certain thickness? I was going to make stuff for my aquariums, but want to make sure nothing melts or falls apart from being too thin. What are your thoughts?
Well, okay, it's 15 minutes per quarter inch. So I would say try to make sure you get it at least a quarter inch because then you got it nice and thick. And then I would give it 20 to 22 minutes because I want to go overboard with it. So I want it to, if it's white Sculpey, you want to see a little bit of brown or a little bit of cracking because you want to make sure it's 100% all the chemicals are baked out. Now, like these guys were the standard time because they're not going to go into a fish tank. But this thing here is loaded with cracks because I overcooked it on purpose because I didn't want anything to get into my fish tank. So I don't know if that helps, but I hope.
What were you thinking on making exactly, Zenny? Is there something specific? I'm just very curious.
Yeah.
Whole bunch more people coming in. Joseph Stanley is feeling bad. He's gonna be mostly lurking. He's feeling horrible.
Oh no.
Sorry
I'm
to hear
sorry,
that.
buddy. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Oh yeah. This is so weird. I've never been in this spot. Normally I do this afterwards and I never do it at the right time. Maybe I hit this little pencil.
You see where it's at? Yeah. And then you can edit and you want to go to customization.
There goes
There
the
we
stream.
go.
He's gonna push
I'm gonna
buttons.
die.
There we go. Okay. Oh, I don't want 5 minutes. I want it to be instant. So people that sub can talk right away or start trolling right off the bat,
There you go.
but they got to sub. Okay.
Little veggie weight stabber thingies. Zen Ginger said she's going to make little veggie weight stabber thingies. That's the technical term.
Nice.
Oh, like
Stabby thingies.
I
Melvin.
use forks for stabbing.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick too, before we jump into stuff, you see a lot of green names in the chat. That's because our buddy Ed has the memberships turned on. So maybe one of the amazing mods like Send Ginger could, maybe drop the link for his membership stuff.
Well, thank you,
Absolutely.
sir.
That's
Send
amazing
Ginger.
that he's finally got it turned on.
I did finally. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to lacquer these 4 fish that I've made. Now this lacquer is acrylic, it's a water-based lacquer. So that way, because if you put anything that's anything other than water-based, it like works weird with the chemicals in the Sculpey, and it makes it sticky. Now this isn't to be put in the fish tank. So
Yes.
if you're going to put something in the fish tank, don't paint it with this stuff because it's water-based and it's just going to come off. A lot of the stuff you put your Sculpey stuff in the fish tank, you just can't paint, or you have to use just the right stuff. Ugh. So I'm just mixing it up a little. And I'm going to get this board so I don't get everything sticky.
Now, did you have them all painted?
No, I only painted 4.
Okay.
But I'm going to paint these, and then I'm going to take them quickly inside because I don't know about the humidity. A lot of times lacquers don't work well with humidity either. And it is like, I'm sure it's 100. Am I still there?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay, my mouse dropped on the ground, and now I can't see anything.
We've still got you. We can see you.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
great.
still there, so don't do anything,
Oh, my mouse isn't even working. Oh, okay. I used the pad with my finger, and that worked. I'm going to put the mouse up there. No, it's like storming outside, so I'm sure it's like 100% humidity. So we're going to lacquer them and then run them in to the other room. Oh, did I? Yes. I wanted to make sure I had some water. It looks like coffee, but it'll work. I need this. And then I'm going to look for a sponge. There we go. And I'm going to sponge this stuff on. But so I got some information today. My pacemaker came in. So I'm actually having the surgery tomorrow at 8:00 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Nothing like less than 24-hour notice.
Yeah, but it's real quick and not too painful or anything, right? It's a real.
Well, the painful thing is they're going to be cutting out the old one, and it's under the muscles in my shoulder blade or shoulder right through here.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to be in a sling for maybe a week or 2. But the little bitty one that goes up into my heart that they attach somehow, that's not supposed to be bad at all. So they said more than likely I'll be coming home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Michelle and Ariel were talking about it actually. Because that's what they both worked at a cardiologist place until just recently, and
Awesome.
we were talking about you about the new one and everything. So you're going to be in a sling. So is Kenny. So that'll be fun for the Booty Boys on Friday night.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
both be in slings. James, you got to wear some kind of sling too.
I'm going to have to.
Something.
Well, I hope I'll be feeling like it.
Yeah.
Darn, I made an awesome thumbnail for it too. So all I'm doing is covering it. It's a high gloss, so that way I know that I didn't miss anything. But what this is also going to do is make this stuff a lot harder because it's not a very sturdy clay. It's a pretty soft stuff and it's constantly breaking.
Yeah. You have a new member, Crypt Keeper.
Crypt Keeper
was a neighbor.
Well, thank
relatively
you, sir.
speaking. He's not too far away. Welcome to Nico Love.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Even though Nico isn't here to share it with us right now.
Where did he go?
This isn't probably too exciting, but we're doing it.
Let's see. There was a question about Episto Caves.
Yeah, I saw that one. It was Amanda Baker at 53.
Yeah.
10:53.
And
So
my opinion on caves is, oh, I forgot he broke his little leg off or his fin off.
His leg.
I'm gonna have to glue that. My opinion is not to make those at a sculpty because it's just as affordable to buy ones that have been actually made out of, like ceramics.
She actually was talking about James. You want to you were starting
yeah,
to get it. You want to?
absolutely. And she's asking the folks. So everybody, feel free to chime in. I know this Ginger did already. It says recommendations on Epistogramma Borellii caves. I got coconut guts, but they seem really big compared to the fish, or maybe the fish have growing to do. I have seen people successfully use the coconut caves. I've also seen them use the sideways turned flower pots, the small ones. You can use those, and those are a little bit bigger. If you're looking for something smaller, you could try. There's so many different variants of Pleco caves nowadays. You could look through some of the Pleco caves, see if one of those might be more sizable for them. But I mean, so I think if it was me, I would try some different Pleco caves or try and find one that I feel like would work well. I don't know what size they are, but I would look at what size yours are now and then just kind of I don't even have to really research, but look up, what they get to be full sized and compare, so if they have some growing up to do. I'm trying to see. Go ahead.
I might be going to a master breeder's house on down in Atlanta on Monday or Saturday if I feel up to it, from the surgery. And he takes is two of the the little trays that you put the pots on, the terracotta pots on, the little tray underneath. And he drills like a little square section out of one and then just lays them on top of each other, making like a little flying saucer out of them.
Huh.
And that's how he was breeding them.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool.
You got a $4.99 super chat from Rustic Nashville. She says,
thank
"Prayers
you,
on your surgery. Prayers on your surgery, Chattanooga Ed."
Thank you. I'm hoping that it won't be too bad. It's gonna just be the sucky part of not being able to use my arm because they say that pulling them out's not too much fun.
Yeah.
But the one through my leg shouldn't be too bad.
Oh, another member, Sandy Remiker, Cat Hair Crafts. Welcome to Nico Love.
Oh, thank you so much, Cat Hair.
Oh, and you have another question there too. Aquaria Life, hello. What paint can you safely use if wanting to paint a terracotta pot and put it in the tank?
Now, terracotta pots are good to paint. What I would use is the Krylon Fusion spray paint. It's amazing, and you can go to town with that because it's basically spray painting plastic onto your pot.
Yes, I've used that on many terracotta pot and other things, and that's 100% Krylon. Even though I wasn't asked in that, I'm still going to give my input.
Yeah, you've got a lot of input to give. That wasn't a euphemism.
Oh, and James and I officially have a place to stay at the Triple Crown.
Woohoo!
So, step one is done.
Nice. Oh, there's a question for you there, James. Tim's
Fish Room. Yeah, Tim's Fish Room wants to know what size Pleco caves and shapes do I use for bristle noses? So I've used a lot of different things, but honestly, I can say the plant watering spikes. You can go on Amazon and look at plant watering spikes. These little terracotta spikes are designed to stick a wine bottle in them and they water your plants over time. Those work amazingly well and they're super cheap. And I've had just as much, if not more, success using those than I have buying $8 and $10 Pleco caves. So, especially with the bristle nose, I mean, they go to town on those things. And you get two different shapes in a lot of them. The ones I buy, you get some that are kind of octagonal and they've got some ridges around them, and you've got some that are completely circular. Both have worked 100% completely fine.
James has a really good video on it too.
I
that he
do.
did a couple years ago.
It's my secret to breeding plecos. I think it's one of my top 5 watched videos.
Nice.
Oh, nice. But now, James, tell him the disadvantage to trying to breed the zebras. Like the one drawback to them.
I mean, the price of getting a breeding colony.
Oh, yeah.
After that is the maturity age. It takes a couple years for them to reach maturity before they start breeding. So that it takes a long time for the zebras to get to a breeding age.
Gotcha.
Paul was saying the co-op sells ceramic Episto cave, small flower pots, and coconut husks. Work for breeding setups. Rock work and driftwood will make them happy as well. 100%. 100%. Aquaria Life, and I was just picking on you. You didn't have to throw the highlight in there for me. But she said, so it won't risk the fish room fever, and thank you. No, the Krylon Fusion, just make sure it dries. Once it dries, it's externally inert. You're not going to do any harm to your fish. I've used it countless times. Ed's used it countless times. And it's great. I keep a couple cans around because I can spray the back of a tank to black it out, and then I can spray the stuff going in it if I need to.
Yeah, it
just make sure it's dry.
And don't do it on a real humid day.
Yeah.
Any spray paint's not good to use on humid days.
Oh, George Aquaball said his wife was coming home tonight. She missed her second plane, so she's coming home tomorrow. She's been gone for 8 days.
Oh no! Well, never mind.
He said he's babysitting all day with the crying face.
I was gonna say, what's George eating with his wife out of town? But George is like a chef, so I doubt that eating has been a problem for him.
That was a weird squeak.
Well, I didn't want this sticky Pikachu touching my shirt.
Sticky chew?
Yes.
Sticky chew?
Sticky Pikachu.
Oh, Joseph Stanley's got a point there. Dry or cured, big difference. So not just dried, but actually cured, right, all the way.
Well, and that's what happens with the humidity is the humidity will get in between the thing you're painting and the layer of paint and cause it to never dries right. And that's
so. A wise man once said, "If it's not cured, it ain't dry." You put together a tank with silicone and let that silicone dry versus cured, you'll never claim it's dry again.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, you're absolutely right. I also typically use a top coat, still Krylon, but you can use either the matte clear finish or the gloss clear finish. And I a lot of times will add that as well for whatever reason. I like it. It gives it a little bit different look.
And if you're siliconing a tank that's leaky, and it says 72 hours or 24 hours, like double or triple it. It's not worth, doing what it says. Go way overboard when it comes to something like that. I'm going to go throw these inside where it's not humid because I'm out on the porch. So I'll be right back.
Absolutely. I saw a question about aquarium salt for a 5-gallon. And dosage. I think it's a rounded tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half, if I remember correctly, for a 5.
Alice B. Yeah.
Wait, it should say on the package, but if I remember correctly, it's like 3 rounded tablespoons per 10 gallons, so tablespoon and a half, tablespoon, right in there.
I never remember that type of stuff. You're right. I just read the package. But I never remember that stuff.
How much? Oh, there it was. How much can I add to a 5-gallon? You could add 5 gallons worth. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could put 5 gallons of salt in there. It would hold it. So I feel like it's right in there. Tablespoon and a half. Zen made a good point. Do you have plants and what's it for? That does make a difference, especially the plants part.
Aquaball said, you won't believe me if I told you, Ed. Tonight, barbecue chicken, stuffed mushrooms with spinach artichoke dip, Brussels sprouts, and a rice pilaf.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care. The wife's not here. I still cook.
Okay, so we're going to do the black more. I'm thinking about going with black paint, but I'm thinking about mixing a little bit of gold paint with it.
Gold. Okay, I was thinking gray. Little hazy gray.
I
Which
don't know
was my
what's going to
nickname.
happen. Hazy gray. It's a pretty good one.
Hey, here's a question for all three of us. Amanda Baker wants to know, what has caught your eye or attention in the fish room lately? What has really grabbed you? And James, I think this is a good one for you, really, because what we were just talking about a little bit ago.
Absolutely.
Today, what really grabbed your eye and really got you going in the fish room?
So I worked on several tanks today. A lot of it was water changes and maintenance and moving some plants and things around. What really has grabbed my attention, this is odd, but what has really caught my attention is the fact that my linear air pump is now working properly again. It went out, it broke. And so I ripped it apart, cleaned everything out, had a wonderfully fun time realigning that linear piston in there to get it to not rattle. It sounded like a broken men's shaver or broken dog clipper set the first time I put it back together. But in doing all of that and hooking it back up and getting everything running, I realized that one of my elbows had ever so slightly slipped off of the PVC. So it was kind of pushed to, but not connected. So it had lost a lot of power anyways, even with it fixed. So now I've got it hooked back up and everything is just beaming with oxygen, with air bubbles everywhere. And it's got that sound again, like a fish store that's run on nothing but sponge filters. And that has really kind of got me into the mood, if you will, is seeing all the oxygen, the water turnover, hearing the sound. It's kind of made me want to get in and do some more projects. Just that weird little thing really like kicked it off for me. Makes me remember why I love sponge filters so very much, amongst other reasons.
It is amazing how it can be something like that sparks it.
Yeah. In terms of fish, I guess it would be the piranha is what really I've had my eye on. I move them around in cleaning and moving tanks. And so they've been acting a bit differently. They're in a smaller space together, but they actually seem to be enjoying it better, being a little more packed in. And I took a huge piece of driftwood and I threw it down in that tank. And you would have thought that I cut the tank in half because they won't go to the opposite side. But I just did that a couple hours ago. So I'm hoping now that the lights have switched off, they'll start moving around the tank again. But that's kind of been my big thing I've been watching is the piranha. And the thing that really got my attention was how awesome everything looks with the air filters running like they should at full capacity, So
good answer. I got nothing like that. What about you, Ed? Anything recently?
Just today, I was like cleaning tanks up and like moving plants and stuff, and I pulled a whole bunch of plants out of my platinum, albino platinum guppies tank, and I thought I had 3 corridoras in there, emerald corridoras, but it turns out I've got about 8 or 9 because they had babies.
Oh, nice.
So, and they're bigger than what I would have expected. I can't believe. It was just that tank was so overly planted. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I pulled about half the plants out and I could see through it. And I was shocked how many corridors were in it. And so, I'm planning on taking all the Cory cats and moving them out somewhere. Oh, that's good. So, got to shake this up a whole lot more.
I love those tanks that are overgrown like that and just have just an overabundance of plant life in them. I absolutely love those.
Well, I never saw more than 2 Corys ever. I was actually wondering if there were still 3 alive in there. And all of a sudden there's a whole freaking pile of them. Well, and I've noticed that I couldn't figure out why my platinums were kind of disappearing. I wasn't getting the big production I used to get. And I've only been feeding them like 3 pellets a day for those corridoras. So I bet you they've been eating my fry at night. And so, so today they got a big old pile of shrimp pellets. I should have thrown in a thing of bloodworms. I didn't even think about that. I gave other people bloodworms, just didn't give them any. And I want to say hi to my Uncle Bruce. I haven't said hi to my Uncle Bruce for about a month or 2, and I'm sorry, Uncle Bruce. You're My
That's not
favorite
true.
Watcher.
That's not true.
Oh yeah.
We just said hi to him like maybe it was last week.
Yeah,
Oh,
last week or two at most.
Yeah.
We all went, hi, Uncle Bruce.
Yeah.
my brain's not working very well anymore.
Well, hi, Uncle Bruce. A whole bunch more people coming in too. I see Grant, Gardner
Hey, Grant.
who else did I see that came in? I'm not sure who all you said hi to, but and Killer Kitty just gave you a $2 super chat.
Oh, Killer Kitty, thank you so much. I really
Scotty?
appreciate it.
Fish Freak.
I'm
Sarah's
going to use
got
that
a
$2
comment.
to buy more black.
Sarah's got a comment for you. Black and gold paint will make a weird green.
Oh, well, I'm actually not using black. I'm using bronze. So let's see what bronze and black does.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
There's Patty, just came in, and not Nola
Patty.
Jane.
Well, if I have enough black.
Oh, Pam too came in earlier, and she said something. Where was that? I saw that. Where was that comment? She said Ed has 69 people watching, so I thought I'd better stop by and make sure he's behaving.
Aw. Well, thank you, Pam.
And
I
Matt said
appreciate
he
that.
thought. I'm sorry, Ed. I talked over you.
No, I just said I appreciate that.
Matt said he thought he was your favorite watcher.
Well, Matt's not even my favorite Iowa watcher. Isn't that's terrible, isn't it? Bruce is from Iowa.
Fish Tank Dad, thanks for getting memberships. He gave you a $2 super chat and said, thanks for getting memberships.
Oh, thank you, Fish Tank Dad. I appreciate that.
That's funny.
I kind of like this bronzy. It's almost a brown.
Matt said, good night. I guess I got to go.
Bye now.
Oh, gosh. Poor Matt.
Oh, I forgot to hit the thumbs up on the way in. Don't be a slacker like me. Smash that like button.
I got it. Layla Freed said, Donna Bruce, and everyone says, hi, girl. Why does that sound familiar? What's Donna Bruce?
Well, Donna is my Aunt Donna.
So who's Layla? Layla Freed?
Now, I always want to say she's my niece, but she's actually, I guess, my second cousin.
Okay. Hi, Layla.
Yeah. Hey there.
Hello.
Donna Bruce, and everyone says, hi, girl.
Wait, what?
That's what it says.
Well, thanks. Someday.
Oh, I never answered Amanda's question because I really don't have anything lately. I've had it's one of those rough times. It has been for about 4 months or so now in the fish room. I'm doing some downsizing, and because of other issues, I got a little overwhelmed, and I'm backing off a little bit, getting rid of most of the guppies. So nothing recently has really inspired me in the fish room, and I need something. I need something like that.
Maybe you need seahorses.
I'm in a holding pattern right now. As soon as the Keystone Clash is over with, things will change. I'm getting rid of a bunch of the guppies, clearing out some tanks, and I can make some changes and move some stuff around. And so I'm just in a holding pattern. That's why.
It happens. It happens to all of us for one reason or another. I need to go to Ed's house, and I need to borrow some plants from him as I set some new tanks up. I say set some new tanks as I reset some tanks with some new designs.
You know, my what's it called? My red root floaters aren't doing very good. They're all dying. The ones I just bought 2 weeks ago.
That's one thing I do want to get more of is some different plants and some. I'd like to try some of those.
This almost
while you're
doesn't
over
seem
there,
fair, just painting it black.
While you're over there, James, you could help Ed with his Ethernet cables.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so nice to be able to do this from the fish room.
I'll bring the drill.
I don't know if we need a. Oh yeah, I guess we do. But I've got drills, and I even got the thing that'll push it far away, like the cable.
Oh. Yeah.
the cable pull.
Yeah, I used to have one of those. The kids thought those were awesome little segments to
Well, they
swing
glow in the
around like
dark.
swords.
They glow in the
It's
dark.
handy. It is handy.
It's so
Excuse
weird.
me.
Every time I walk around at night with the lights out, I was like, "What's glowing over there?" And it's those tubes.
Fish Tank Dad said I have a ton of the red root floaters. They're very green and not red. I actually trade some of my local fish store for 2 German blue rams.
Nice choice. One of these days, I'm going to do rams. I just don't want to set up a hot water tank right now.
Oh, $4.99 super chat from Rustic Nashville.
Oh, Rustic, thank you so much.
Again, if I could be locked in any business overnight, it would be Hobby Lobby, Hoblob.
I worked for Hobby Lobby for 3 days. You can get everything you want just by walking around for a few hours. There's nothing good in the back except for Christmas trees.
I didn't understand what you were saying.
It is so weird how they do their stock. Like when the truck comes in, they just unload, like it looks like a garage sale, just tons of little boxes. And it's just like you get 2 of everything and you have to find the other pair and then take them out. And they call that middle area where all the little tables are the pit. And so you have to find a spot in the pit that they match up with the other things in there.
I don't want to talk about receiving trucks and stocking. I'm having flashbacks here.
Sorry. It was 3 days of my life.
It was 8 years of mine. No, I only joke.
I did produce stuff, and so it was a little bit different. We'd still get the trucks in and have to unload pallets of produce and stuff, but it was a little bit different. Not so many just boxes of things. But still, when the truck showed up, it was always a pain.
My buddy did that, and he collected the weird bugs that came in the boxes. Like he'd find a bug that was really strange, and then he would like put it in formaldehyde or whatever. I don't know if it was formaldehyde. It was whatever that stuff is that you treat bugs with.
Yeah.
And then he would save their little dead bodies.
All the years, there wasn't anything really weird that we got. Some spiders in the bananas once in a while, but that was really
they're poisonous.
Not really anything. Black widows and stuff. That was Arizona, so black widows were all over the place. But nothing weird other than that. I can't remember anything. What else is going on? Some funny stuff in the chat.
Yeah.
Matt said, didn't I buy fish just a couple weeks ago? I did get some autos a couple weeks ago. Yeah, actually closer to a month now. About a month ago now. They're cool, but they didn't really inspire me or anything. I bought them more because that tank actually does get some direct sunlight. So there's always a decent amount of the green algae, and they take care of it pretty quickly. So I sort of bought them for specific purpose, and they did a great job. They cleaned it up, and I've been feeding them like Hikari wafers and stuff, and Snello and things like that for my snails, shrimp cookies, all the different kinds of stuff.
Well, that's awesome.
All the tasty treats.
It was nice. The one side of that tank does get some direct sunlight. So, quite often it would start to grow algae on it. So I thought that was a cool way to do it. I've never had the autos before. So,
autos are a lot of fun. I like watching them chase each other around when they do move.
Xanadude, what's up? I'm actually not going to get any of the rads. I changed my mind on it. I'm just going to go with swordtails for the tub. I changed my mind. I do want to get some rads, but I'm going to wait till after the Keystone Clash. I don't want to put them outside first. I've never kept them before, so I want to keep them inside first and get used to them, and then keep them outside. Swordtails, I mean, I had those when I was a kid. I know they're, I feel like they're just easier, and I've already kept them before, so we'll throw them outside in the tub. The pond is doing great though. Some more of that water lettuce that you gave me, Ed,
Yep.
going crazy out there. Looks great.
That's awesome.
It's in every tank too. I have so much of your water lettuce.
Oh, that's great. I was looking at some of my water lettuce today. Debating what I should do with it. Okay, who should I paint next? Swordtail? Swordtail. Since you mentioned Swordtail.
Paul said they used to bowl with frozen chickens and turkeys.
Oh,
back in the day at the grocery store.
I want to look at some swordtail patterns, so keep talking.
Here's a question. MCS 1975 said, what's the minimum size quarantine tank? Will a 10-gallon be big enough? And I think that depends on what you want to put in there.
Exactly.
I've got a little 5-gallon one. It's good for most of the stuff I get. But it wouldn't be good for bigger stuff, obviously.
No, well, and so I've got a 5, but I'll tell you that one of the biggest reasons I like the 10 is for dosing purposes, especially on a quarantine tank, because most medication, I mean, yeah, you could split it in half, but most medications and things are like add so much per 10 gallon. And I do feel like it gives you a little bit more leeway because you've got to, double the water volume. But yeah, 5 will work, 10 will work. Like you said, it depends on the size of the fish, but as long as the fish has got some space, 10 is fine.
And that's a good point. That's a great point, just to make it that much easier. And I don't actually use medications very often at all. It's only been, well, we're into June, so this is my 2-year mark now. This time around, keeping fish, so I'm at 2 years.
Sweet.
Sometime this month, I got my first 20-gallon set up, and whoa!
Happy anniversary!
Woo!
That was awesome. Was that a Luna moth?
I don't think so. Let me see if I can get it. Maybe. Yeah, actually, I think it is. He is huge. I wonder how he got in here.
I'll give you $1 to eat it.
$1?
We'll make him big. How do we make him big on the
screen? For $1.
What?
I don't do anything for just $1.
Oh.
You gotta go bigger. I was gonna say I don't get out of bed for $1, but then I just imagined all the comments that would create. So I don't know how he got in here though, because there's screens. There is an open window, but there's solid screens and stuff. I have no idea how that got in here.
Maybe it's eating the spiders.
I don't think that's how that works, but I guess you never know.
A lot of spiders in there.
I do have a lot of spiders. Oh, Amanda Baker asked, what color swords am I getting? I do not know. I do not know yet. I haven't even started. The tub's not set up. We're still going to have some 40-degree nights this week. After this week, it'll be done. So this week, I am going to get the tub set up. Whatever I can find at the time, whatever captures my fancy. Brother Dan is taking off. See you, Dan.
Night, Dan.
Stay well, my friend. Have a great night. Appreciate you being here.
Ooh. Oh. I was about to say, somebody's offering you $25 to eat it, but that was Paul offering $25 of my money.
Yeah. That's what those Jersey boys do. They give away other people's money.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I'm not going to eat that bug. I mean, I've eaten crickets and stuff, but they've been processed, dried and seasoned.
Yeah, that's still gross.
They're really good.
Have you tried them, James?
I have not.
Crickets? Oh, they're not bad at all. They really aren't. They're dried, so they don't. I don't know. They don't taste like chips. I'm trying to think what they taste like. I don't know. I can't remember the flavor either. I feel like it was like a chili lime or something. I think that was one of them that we had. I liked them. I thought they were good.
I'd be willing to give them a go. I watch a lot of the food travel shows where they go all over the world and eat different delicacies and stuff like that, and see a lot of bugs in certain places. And Some of the stuff I wouldn't mind. I'd give crickets a go.
Yeah.
I would do it if I was like insulting the people
That's
by
it,
not
yeah.
doing it.
Oh, by not doing it. Look, bunch of people.
You know, if they're like a whole bunch of starving jungle people and they're offering me their crickets, it's like, okay, do I say no while they're like starving?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I'll eat all your crickets.
All your crickets. Bunch of people are taking off. Lady Diane said she's not far behind Daniel. And hi, Lady Diane. M&C's taking off.
Well, thank you guys for coming. We're going to give this guy an orange-red coat, and then I'm going to go over him with a little bit of red on the lower half, just to darken up the bottom half and keep him a little lighter on the top. Oh,
creamsicle.
Now, here's something that is, I heard that it's not Project Piaba, but it's Dr. Anthony's project. What's it called? The
Ornamental Research, the Amazon Center for Ornamental Research.
Yes. They have run out of cash, I think, or something. And they're going to be trying to do something to raise money or something. And they asked YouTubers to mention it. And I didn't do a very good job of paying attention to what I'm supposed to be promoting or saying. But
if you want more details, Dr. Awesome is in the chat.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, but they would love to have any donations would be wonderful. Or I don't know. Sorry, Dr. Ant.
There's Jimmy P. Jimmy P was in the hospital, just got home today, I believe, right, Jimmy?
Jimmy. Oh, I'm going to be getting a bag, like a bag sealer for my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, my mom's like always asking what I want, and I'm like, I don't know. Well, this year I'm just going to say, you know what? I could use a bag sealer. So hopefully when I get the bag sealer, Jimmy P will be my experiment to see if I can ship fish to California.
And when is that birthday, Ed?
Coming up.
Is it on fishfam.link?
No.
Because there is a birthday right at the calendar there. When you go look at the live streams, it shows the birthdays and stuff. And that'd be awesome if we had birthdays on there so we knew about it and could help celebrate with you.
Well, that's not necessary.
We sure it is. But we want to, we're friends. You got to celebrate with your friends.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you guys are so awesome.
You don't want us to know? We're not good enough to know when your birthday is?
No, it's you guys are already
fine.
Given okay.
Okay. Oh, Matt said it is on fishfam.link.
Darn it, Matt. This is why he's not my favorite person from Iowa.
It's coming up quick. It's coming up quick.
Oh, no. I dipped his face in black paint.
He got mine. I was curious. I had to check, see if he had tracked my information down. He did. He knows everything.
He really does. He's pretty amazing. Oh, and we should say thank you to all of our veterans for the holiday. Well, not for the holiday, for what they did for us to be able to celebrate a holiday, for keeping us alive and free. But I do like holidays.
That one's a tough holiday.
Yeah. I've had
Matt's calling you names in the chat.
See, Matt is just such a nice guy. He's always giving me compliments and I feel so bad.
So remind people again what you're doing with those, Ed. There's some questions up.
Yes.
About
these guys. I'm going to paint all 12 of them. I'm going to mount them on a little stand, and then we're going to give out one every week for 3 months. And then afterwards, we're going to experiment and try to make, oh my gosh. I think this one might be, I don't know. I'm trying to make this black smear work that I just did to this fish.
Yeah, it's a little character.
Well, I mean, it gives it a different coat. I wanted to put red all over the top, not black. But it does kind of give it a cool look. But yeah, so the idea is to give one out a week for a month. And then when we're done with that, I'm going to try to make molds and see if I can make lots of them from one mold. So maybe we can make a lot of people happy at once. I don't know.
Heck yeah.
I think that's a great idea because I know tons of people want those now. And Scotty's asking if any of those are going to be in the fish show at the Clash, but I don't believe so, right?
Nope, these are all, well, unless somebody wins it and goes to the Clash and then enters it under my name.
They better enter it under your name and not under their own. That would be pretty, shysterish.
Actually, check out how this black made this fin come alive.
It's alive. Oh, that does look really cool.
I mean, I was going to do that with red, but the black in his face, I just smeared it to the top of the whole fish.
Some definition.
Yeah. Kind of cool. I was hoping to win one of Pam's pieces yesterday. She had an auction and she did this incredible Oscar. And I was thinking if I win this, I'm going to put it in the Clash for their art show under Pam. But I couldn't compete with only Oscars.
Speaking of that, speaking of auctions, I did not get to see this afternoon. Papa Shrimp is in the process of moving, so he is doing some auctions, selling off a bunch of his shrimp and stuff. Excuse me, to help pay for the move. And does anybody know how he did today? Did he finish off? Is he done with it? Is he in a good place? I didn't get to watch it. So that's his second auction actually he did today. And he's he's selling off a bunch of his different shrimp and stuff that he has, and again, to help pay for his move. He wants to move closer to Jadrin, so he's working at the store there with Jadrin, and he wants to move closer to it so he doesn't have to drive so far.
That's cool.
I don't think he's done. Matt said he thinks he's only auctioned like 4 or 5 items. I don't think he is done. Okay.
Oh, I've got some good news that nobody probably cares about, but maybe my relatives in Iowa. My niece, Margot, got engaged this weekend.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Congrats,
to a wonderful
Margot.
guy. But it really stinks because he lives in Virginia.
Oh, long distance.
Yeah,
Long distance dedication.
I don't want my niece to move away.
My buddy just moved to Virginia. It's weird. KG Tropicals is leaving, and a bunch of other people are moving there.
Weird.
He sold his house up here in 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Went on the market. No, I'm sorry, 3 days. 3 days he sold it, and just like a lot of other stories, they got I can't remember how much more than the asking price, but a good amount more than their asking price for it. So he's they bought a big piece of property in Virginia, and they're building a house for themselves and one for his parents, a nice little house for them on the property, and also a Rick and Michelle room.
Hey.
He's building us an area that's going to be for us. I mean, a guest house, but he's calling it the
Who's Rick and Michelle?
Myself and Michelle.
Oh, that's weird.
The Rick and Michelle wing of the house is what he's calling it. So that's the guest house portion, but he's building.
Whenever I hear Rick and Michelle, I think Rick and Morty.
That's fitting. Yeah, because I drool a lot and burp, and no, she's
I've
not
never
like
seen the
Morty though.
show.
That's so disappointing to me.
What?
It's such a great show.
I don't know. Oh, but I did watch 2 more episodes of
Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan today.
Yes, sir. We got to talk about. We got to do another geek out.
Yes. I do think it's one thing is retarded. Sister 3 has no signs of being a Sith. Why do they got to get a hot chick to be a bad guy and they can't give her glowing eyeballs?
Maybe it's just all hidden.
That is like a high level Sith ability, and she's supposed to be one of the lower people in the group.
Maybe it's hidden, like maybe she's doesn't have real legs anymore. Maybe they're prosthetics.
Well, that's what I thought was going to happen to her. I was like, I bet she gets like something cut off, and she's going to look more evil. And then nothing got cut off, and I'm like, oh man.
There's still time for stuff to be cut off.
Yeah.
Chop her up and make her eyeballs glow, okay, people?
Yes. Sister 3 is weird. Too cool, he said.
She needs to be more Sith. That's all I'm saying.
Only Oscar says, finally finished with the tanks. Break, then dinner. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Oh, only Oscar said that?
Yep.
That's awesome. Hey, is only Oscar's going to be at the Clash?
I don't know. I don't know if we've ever talked about it. Honestly, I don't know that I've talked to June all that much at all. Only Oscars.
Oh my God.
I think I talked to her. Is it your nephew? Is Chris your nephew?
No, my nephew is Preston, Bruce, and Brock.
Only Oscars. Oh, and Paul wants to know what happened to Jadron. He dropped off YouTube. Yeah, I think he's making a comeback soon.
I think a lot of people that get into the business, like not as in the business of YouTube, but the fish business, that's a lot of work. And
Well,
sometimes they need to get away from fish.
Jerry did say that the printing side of Jadron's business is crazy busy right now. Like he's just overwhelmed with stuff. He said he's never been there and just seen every printer running just full nonstop, and everybody, yeah. So that's also, I'm sure, a part of it. And only Oscar says no. Her husband is disabled. He refuses to go out.
I understand. 100%. But what was it? I forgot what we were talking about.
Were we talking about something?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We were talking about the Sith sister.
No, before that or after that was printing. I'm looking, I was like, how Ariel, your daughter,
I do know her.
she like is into the cricket.
We're
And
back to eating crickets.
And Mystery Snail Garden.
Yeah.
She like does her own cricket thing or cut it or whatever it's called. Well, I was looking at that to see how much it would cost to make logos because I would like to make bandanas.
I asked Ariel to look into that for you.
Well, I was checking it out, and I can make them affordable enough for me to give some away free and then sell some, kind of like that type of deal. But if I buy these people, it would be cheaper for me to buy the T-shirts and cut the T-shirts up. It's so ridiculous. They want so much for bandanas. It's crazy. And so I'm not going to charge people $20 for a bandana.
Yeah. I'll remind Ariel this weekend and have her see what she found. I don't know if she ever had the time. She just started that new job, so I don't know if she had the time to look into it. But I did mention it to her, and and make sure she knew that it was the larger size bandana, not the smaller
22
ones.
inch by 22
Yeah.
inch. But I think they all think that I want like a bandana that's like printed with, letter or like stitched together. Because like this bandana is stitched, I guess, or printed. I don't know. how it works, but it's either way on both sides.
Yeah, I think that's just printed.
Well, somehow it goes from one side to the other.
Did you feel it? Does it feel any different, or is it just
No?
that's just the cloth? Yeah, that's just the cloth.
Yeah. Well, here, let me grab a different bandana. I just want a black bandana. See, it's like there's a paisley right there,
Yeah,
and the same paisley's on the other side.
yeah, that's just the cloth itself.
Oh, like they dye these things, maybe. Because it goes through. Well, I don't need it to be two-sided, you know? So. Oh,
Paul said, charge that $25 for bandanas. That way you can afford to pay me to eat them off.
ah! Somebody has to pay $25 for a bandana. Paul, would you buy 3 bandanas for $25?
I haven't worn a bandana
Each.
since the 80s. If then, yeah. No, since the 70s.
Well, like when I go to Comic Cons and stuff, there's always a booth giving away free bandanas with their game hat or their game thing logo on it. So it's like, I think it'd be cool to be able to give them away and stuff. You know, who else gives out free bandanas?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's not like a super common thing, at least in the fish fam.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, the only thing we use them for is like on the dogs.
See, I'd be happy to have the Tennessee Mafia on your dog.
Well, I don't have a dog.
I'm sorry. We
Sorry.
to go. We had
Yeah.
to go there.
I know. I will have a dog again, though.
Shh, don't let Michelle know.
I've already told her. I put my foot down. I'm getting a dog again. Now the kids both have their own, and if Father's Day that's rolling around here very quickly in a couple of weeks, if it doesn't happen then, I will be going and finding one myself.
See how the top is more red, darker than the belly?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
like it.
Yeah.
It's looking
Yeah.
good.
At first, it was
gonna-
difficult to see, but I can see it now.
And the camera does not do it justice.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can actually see, like I did black, really small lines through the tail and the top, and I don't know if you can see them hardly at all. But we're going to let this guy dry, then we'll give him some black eyeballs and maybe some more touch-up. It has a black line along the tail that I'm going to paint on there. So he's getting there. Let's check out this goldfish.
I think it would only be fitting that one of those fish went to maybe the first person that joined your memberships, whoever that may be. I think it'd just be fitting that that's where the very first one goes, is your very first member that joined your channel.
I would love to do that, but I think that's gambling or giving away free stuff
Yeah.
to memberships, which would be get me banned.
Yeah.
And so whoever was the first one would be known for the person who got me banned from YouTube.
I'm willing
Would
to.
that person want that?
I'm willing to risk that. Was Sandy? Were you taken off? Your message was retracted. I thought that you said you were leaving.
Well, let me touch up this guy because he's got a few white spots like on the end of his tail, and then we will be going over to Rico's show.
Oh yeah, it's that
Yeah.
time.
It is
It's
that time.
that time.
And you can obviously continue doing what you're doing over there. It's the same thing. We're just gonna. I don't have a topic tonight. I think we'll just do more just talking. If anybody has questions, we'll do some of that. No real topic. I didn't have anything to talk about tonight. We've talked about summer tubs and stuff quite a bit recently, and I have nothing new to add to any of that. So no developments. So I just couldn't think of a topic. So flying by the seat of our pants.
That's
There
all
you
right.
go.
That's the best way to do it sometimes.
It is.
because
Okay.
then people can ask questions that they're afraid to ask.
I don't think these people are afraid to ask questions.
Not these people.
I don't know.
These people.
Those people. You people.
Yeah, that's okay, Sandy. I mean, I wouldn't expect everybody to know. He passed last Saturday. Still a very tough thing to talk about.
I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yeah, he was my friend. It's he was always right at my feet. I still look down all the time looking for him, and he's just
Right.
not there. So it's tough. It's still hard to get over. It'll take me a while, but you know, I
Maybe
don't.
I'll get a slice of rhubarb pie.
Ooh, just rhubarb, not strawberry rhubarb. Just
I think it's cherry rhubarb. But
cherry rhubarb.
my mom made it. And then she said, but it needs 2 hours to cool down. And it's like, okay, I'm not supposed to eat anything after midnight.
Yeah. I've
And
never
she made
had
it during
cherry-
James's show.
I've never had a cherry rhubarb pie. I don't think.
Well, I
always
might be
strawberry
terribly
rhubarb.
rude and eat it in front of you.
Yeah, you should do that.
Because I
At
have
least
like
I
10
can-
Do it.
minutes.
You know, at least I
But-
can live vicariously through you.
Mods, thank you so much for modding. Guys, thank you so much for chatting and talking to each other and making it fun for you guys by making it so I didn't have to do any work. And thank you, Rico, and thank you, James, for being awesome and being my special guests tonight. Oh my gosh. And thank you to all the super chatters. You guys are amazing. Oh, I made a video for the members only, and it turns out you can't upload members only videos from your phone. So I have
Really?
to do that somehow on YouTube to make it members only.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it said you have to go on your PC to go click on members or something.
Huh. I've never tried. I did not know.
Yeah, mobile members only is still in its testing phase, being gradually rolled out to people
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, well that's cool.
2 years later.
Yeah. So, but guys, we will catch you all at Rico. Thank you so much for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. And oh man, I wish I could just say hi to everybody, but I don't want to say hi to anybody because I don't want anybody to feel bad. Like I don't want Rustic at Nashville to feel bad that I say hi to Steven or Jenny Lynn because Too Cooley for Schooling might be upset, or Lady Zen might be upset if I don't say that she's an awesome mod and I don't say anything nice about XDo. So guys, we'll meet you at the next stream. Thank you so much. I'm sure I'll be, the good thing about my little surgery thing tomorrow, I'll be there next week because I'll be fully recovered by Thursday. Unless I'm in a sling. But I'll still have this one.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to ask Rico if he has anything to say because I'm going to hit the off button.
Bye, guys.